All right, before I start, quick question for the room. How many of you have you ever recorded an event and the editing was delivered days later? Days later? Weeks later? Weeks later? Months later? Never delivered? Anyone? Yes. I guess that's most of the room. It's a pretty common thing. Now, how many of you think that this is just the cost of doing business? Here's the thing. It doesn't have to be. What you're going to see today is a platform that collapses post-production, not from days to hour, but from days to minutes. And we're going to run it live in this room while we talk. I know, demo gods. I have a recordings if it does work. My name is Martin Renaud, and I'm the co-founder of Edit on the Spot. Let me show you what the next 40 minutes looks like. We're going to cover the real cost of slow post-production. Then we'll walk through the platform and how it works under the hood. And woven in between, you'll see 2 live demos, not pre-recorded, not a, we'll do our best. So what is the real cost in audience reach, engagement, and revenue of publishing your event 3 days later? We'll loop that at the end. So live events are scaling. That's a problem setup. Here's a question I want you sitting with for the whole session. So what's the cost, the real cost in audience reach, engagement, and revenue of publishing your event 3 days later? 12 rooms, a 3-day conference, 12 rooms running simultaneously, 200 hours of footage. Your social team is refreshing their phones, waiting for clips. Your editors are still logging at midnight. 6 to 48 hours. That's the industry average for post-production turnaround in the live event. Uh, 70% is the content that never gets published, and 3 times is the growth in multi-room events since 2022. Let's see. Let's walk through the pipeline side by side. I want you to see exactly where the time goes in a legacy workflow and where it disappears in hours. The old way, the record streams separately. Manual logging, ingestion. We're talking hours just to get the footage out of your editing system. The editors review the footage one by one. Brand assets are applied by hand. Re-export for every platform. Upload, schedule, post. 6 to 48 hours in total. The new way is a RTMP stream ingest automatically. AI segments sessions in real time. Multimodal analysis creates clip suggestions. Branding is applied at ingest. 1 click to vertical and square. Direct publish under 10 minutes. Notice that I'm not saying that AI replaces editors. I'm saying that every single step that doesn't require human creativity is automated. What's left is the interesting work. We'll come back to that. Edit on the Spot is an agentic AI-powered platform built for event professionals, AV technology teams, and broadcast producers. 3 things define it. First, it's agentic. There aren't rule-based automation that fires after the fact. AI agents are running during your event, watching your streams, making decisions. Second, it's real-time. We're not talking about batch processing that runs overnight. Clips are ready before the session ends. And third, it is social native. Every output is platform ready out of the box. Most people assume that AI editing means batch processing after the fact. But here's the question I want you sitting with. Could an AI really watch a live presentation and produce a publish-ready clip while it's still happening? Demo 1 will answer that. All right, let me take you under the hood. The platform is built around 5 stages. And I want you to notice that this is a pipeline, not a queue. These things happen in parallel. Stage 1, RTMP ingestion. Multi-stream RTMPS servers receive your live feeds to your project library with management and also a backup uploading built in. You lose nothing. Stage 2, the AI agent orchestrator. This is the brain. It coordinates every downstream agent, monitors stream health, and makes routing decisions. If a stream drops, the orchestrator adapts. No human interventions needed. Stage 3, multimodal analysis. So transcription of video and audio data fused together to create contextual understanding of what's happening in the room. We will go deeper onto this in a moment. Stage 4, clip and branding. The system creates segments and applies your brand package automatically. Default templates or per event overrides. It's all handled without human in the loop. Stage 5, delivery and publish. Downloads, shareable links, direct push to cloud storage and social platforms. The clip goes from stream to published without anyone opening a file manager. What happens if the AI gets the segment wrong? Well, operators have a real-time dashboard and they can override any segment or any clip. The AI proposes and humans approve. This is the collaborative model that we believe in. Now, let's talk about how the AI actually knows what matters, because this is the part most of the platforms get wrong. Traditional auto-segmentation picks out points based on silence or scene changes or transcript keywords. That's one signal. It's blunt. We fuse 3 signals simultaneously. First is the transcription signal. Our live ASR detects topic shifts, speaker changes, diarization, key phrases clusters, and structural markers of a Q&A, for example. It understands the discourse, not just the words. Then there's the video signal. We're watching for slight transitions, presenter framing changes, audience reaction cuts, and scene stability. A stable frame with an engaged speaker, that's a candidate clip, but a shaky zoom isn't. Audio signal. Applause, laughter, silence, volumes, different spikes in the timeline, in the waveform, sorry. These are emotional resonance markers. When the audience reacts, the AI notices. The result is a confidence weighted segment that suggests and reflects what's actually made in the room, paying attention to what is in the room, not just what was technically convenient to cut out. So how does the system handle ambiguous content, like a panel debate for 4 speakers and overlapping ideas or other type of complex situations? Well, demo 1, I will show you exactly that. We'll run it live. We'll try. You're probably wondering if it actually works that cleanly in practice, which is exactly why we're going to be doing a demo next. All right, let's try this one out. All right, let's go. Okay, here we go. This is, okay. This is me presenting, right? For the last 13 minutes. And as you can see, the system have picked up a segment at minute 3:23, where I started speaking, hello, everybody. And it's still running as an edit while ingest at 13 minute 35. You get a transcription for your in real time, as well as the playback session. These can be popped out for a better readability on the second screen, for example. And we can see the timeline growing at the bottom. Now, I can, on the fly, I can select a clip and make a clip out of it. One moment. This is Event Cut. That's our software. Okay. So, and this is with the dodgy Wi-Fi from here. So let's make a clip from here to here. New clip is created. And from minute 37 to the clip goes from stream till here. So this is very meta. Creating the clip in real time. We'll come back to it. So as you can see, this is still running as I keep speaking. What you saw in the demo points to something that is worth unpacking, because the branding is where I hear most of the pain from the AV and broadcast managers. How many of you have had a clip go out with the wrong logo or with no lower thirds at all? Branding problems happen only because it's a manual downstream task. You edit the clip, then you remember to apply the brand, or you forget, or you use last month's template. In Edit on the Spot, the branding is upstream, so it's applied at ingest. Every single clip that comes out of the system has already been branded before the human touches it. And here's how it works. You define a default brand package at the organizational level. Logos, lower thirds, fonts, transition, safe zone specifications. That's your baseline. And then for each event, you can assign an event-specific package that overrides the default. So a sponsor event looks like a sponsor. The venue event looks like the venue. There's zero config drift, zero manual application. And critically, the branding is format aware. So when we generate a vertical clip, the logo repositions, the lower third reflows, the safe areas adjust. Everything is designed to output correctly and not just technically. So one thing that's worth calling is a venue can manage corporate clients, each with their own brand package from one single platform instance. Branding is the first output problem. Reframing is the second. And this one is a bit sneaky, because if it doesn't feel like a big deal, then you realize that like 70% of your audience will watch in vertical on a phone. So one clip and Edit on the Spot becomes 3 formats simultaneously: 16:9 for YouTube, LinkedIn, etc. Your website, 9:16 for TikTok, for Reels, YouTube Short, and 1:1 for platforms like Facebook or X. The reframing is not a crop; it's an AI smart crop. The system tracks the active speaker. It's aware of where the content is on screen. It adjusts the framing dynamically, so you don't have to end up with a clip where the speaker's head is shut, for example. This is what the demo 2 is going to show you. We'll take the clip we just created, reframe it live, and then push it. Quickly, because I know integration matters in the room. There is a few, like, where the content goes. Basically, we have integrations for multiple platform. For enterprise deployments, there's full REST API and webhook. If your organization has a content pipeline with CMS or LMS Edit on the Spot, you can push to it. You don't have to rebuild your workflow around the platform. The platform plugs into you. There's also permissioning, multi-tenancy, SSO, all supported. This is built for organizations that have governance requirement, not just a single operator. Now, at the start of this session, I asked you what's the cost of slow content delivery really is. And well, for a 3-day enterprise conference with 12 simultaneous rooms, 200 hours of footage ingested, same day clip published, we're moving the turnaround from 48 hours to 25 minutes. So basically, at the end of the day, you simply accept the segments that were created by the AI, find clips that are worthy to be shared, and the entire day can be edited within 25 minutes as opposed to 48 hours. Now, we also have an annual broadcast award show. So we've done one of these for a road tour of a real estate agency. And so it's single room, high profile. Each clip is branded per award, and they were pushed 1 minute after the award is received on stage, pushed to social media. And the next example is a monthly venue event series, which is basically a white label deployment. Every event is a different client, so it has to have a different branding, and so basically it reduces your costs in post production for this type of activity. Now, before I close, I want to address the question I know some of you are still sitting with. So, does this replace an editor? It doesn't. What it replaces is the part of the editing that never requires a creative person to begin with. No, the logging, the transcoding, the reformatting, the brand application, the platform exports. What it doesn't replace is the narrative judgment, creative direction, the decision about what story to tell, and the relationship between your team and your client. The editor's job isn't threatened, it's elevated. Instead of spending 70% of your time on mechanical work, you'd spend 20% on it that actually just require human taste. If there's pushback from anyone who works in post-production, lean into this. AI handles the volume, humans handle the vision. And that's how it resonates. Now, the key takeaways and 5 things to walk out with. First, Agentic AI works in real time, not after the fact. You saw it today. So a real-time platform. 2, multimodal intelligence fuses transcription, video, and audio to produce contextually aware segments, not just mechanical cut points. 3, the branding is baked upstream, so every output is publish ready before a human touches it. 4, social first reframing means one clip becomes 3 formats automatically with AI smart crop. 5, real world results. So 6 to 48 hours of post production becomes now 25 minutes in live deployments. Every moment matters. Every moment at your event is a story. Every session, every keynote, every panel, it's a content, connection, ROI. The question isn't whether you should be publishing it faster. You already know the answer to that. The question is whether you have the infrastructure to do it. Today, you saw that what infrastructure looks like. Agentic AI that watches your event, segments it, brands it, reframes it, and pushes it while it's still happening. 3 ways to take the next step. You can try it live. So scan the QR code for a 14 days trial and 6 hours of streaming. Talk to us. We have enterprise and venue demos available, and you can also integrate to our system through REST API, webhook. Talk to us for that purpose. So we're editonthespot.com. Don't let your event content expires before it's published. Find us at editonthespot.com. I'll be around for the rest of the day. Our booth is right there in the corner. Come and talk to us. Thank you. And I appreciate your presence. Thank you very much. I'm happy to take any questions. Yeah, we have a question there.
Yes. Can you adjust the reframing manually if it doesn't work?
No, not yet. We are working on a refactoring that's going to have much more capabilities. But right now, the reframing is automated and is tracking the subject. So it sometimes does funny things when it's tracking the subjects. Yes. Any other questions?
You mentioned that it would look for reaction from the crowd. So would it mark, let's say, something got a big laugh or?
Yes.
So how would that be marked?
Yes. So we have quote detection and also highlights that are created based on applauses that are or volume spikes that are within a session, and that doesn't take in consideration applauses at the beginning and end of a session as such. So yeah, and then this basically it helps finding the best moment for highlights, which is not something that I had planned to show in the presentation. But yeah, it does that as well as finding quotes. Yes,
I have two questions.
Just in front of the.
Sorry, I have two questions.
Yes, please.
Can you use this software in a different app? Let's say I have a video on demand app that I want to use that. And then the second question is, if you have multiple events, can you clip simultaneously and upload?
Yes.
Of the different events that you have?
Okay. First question. Driver. I think I'm off now. Okay, thanks. First question, yes, we integrate. So we white label or integrate with REST APIs or webhooks. So we have developers who are more than happy to, build partnerships and develop. So it integrates to your platform, 100%. Second question about, it is designed for multi-stages, multi-events. Say like, for example, what I didn't show is that you can add as many stream keys as you want. So it's designed. See this, I have like 10 stream keys at the moment, or 9 stream keys, meaning that each can be applied to a separate event. Basically, you create an event very simply, and then you assign users to your event and stream keys to that event. So if your event has multiple locations or multiple stages, this can all be managed by giving access to those servers to the managers of the multiple venues or events. Each event carries a brand kit. So if you have multiple events in one day, you may want to create multiple events and apply a separate brand kit to each of them. Or if it's one event, multiple venue, then you just assign that many streams to the one event, and then it uses the same branding. You can override the branding at any point. You can just drop, a new branding. So for example, if you have like title cards for each speaker, but the outro is the same and the logo is the same, then you just drop the title card, the corresponding one to the, to that video. Yeah, so it is totally designed for this. We're also like, we're that close to have like a live switch with 3 cameras. So you have 3 cameras, 3 SRT. They're basically ingested, and then there's a live switch that happens between the cameras, and it gives you one program output that is then also segmented and clipped, which you can then brand and then share. Bunch of integrations. So it's just a one-click integrations. You basically just connect them to it, and at the end of the day, one click pushes to your storage solution. Any other questions? Well, thank you very much. A little bit short, but I appreciate it.